Welcome back, everyone. We're at part 2 of the Regional Phenomena quest line in Goron City. It's called Yunobo for Goron City. And basically, this is one of the 4 main storyline quests that you have to complete in order to get to the end of the game. This is the 3rd one that we did together, and this is the 2nd part of the Goron City one. And as you see in my last video, we started where we ended last time. We're flying down. I'm putting on my Flamebreaker armor right now. Obviously, you don't want to get burned. Just so anyone watching knows, you only need 1 piece of Flamebreaker armor on most of the walking area. Is there spots that you would need 2 or an elixir? Of course there is, but to complete this quest line, you only need 1 the whole time. The only time that I got burnt was when I was trying to jump up and hit Morgiana with my weapon, which you can't do to begin with. But I was climbing up the mountain. At first I didn't get burned. I got all the way to the top and started hitting the head, and then I started lighting on fire. And I know there's other spots because obviously there's levels of heat. One of them is the cave right outside Death Mountain. I believe that one you need to use 2 pieces or an elixir. Anyways, we're starting from where we left off in part 1. We fly into Death Mountain Chasm. We're looking for the Fire Temple. As you can see in the background in a couple of the clips, we're headed in the direction of the Fire Temple. Now right here, to initiate this part of the quest, you have to speak to Yunobo. Some people might not even realize that. I've read on Reddit because I didn't.
Huh?
How there was so many people who did not realize they needed to initiate the quest and were asking what was going on. And obviously, most people just probably didn't have the quest activated for the pin.
Huh? Oh.
Yep.
So some of you may know from the first part, the reason we jumped in here is because Yunobo seen ZELDA and thinks that this could be a reason to follow her and figure out where she's going. She's been kidnapped. And we know that this happens in each of these 4 main quests. 3 of them at least, because we've done it, so I'm assuming it happens in the 4th one as well. We have Yunobo now, so we can blast those rocks that are red and gray. There's going to be a lot of little enemies on your way there, but as anyone knows, the depths, you get the Zonai, you can find Zonite. Like, this is the spot to be if you want to just roam around and collect stuff. You get the pose. You need these to get some of the secret armor after finding the statues. The more statues, bargainer statues that you find, the more armor they offer in that store. Now right here we blast through one of the sets of rocks to continue on the path. You see the blinking pin in the background. We have the quest activated. Always make sure that you have it activated. Sometimes even like me, I go and I set down a pin and I don't have it activated, and I find out later on that my pin was off by who knows how far. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, where the heck do I continue the quest? So we're building a contraption here. I thought that you might need it to get across some stuff. As you see, I have a problem with my little truck that I built. My dumbass put a wheel on backwards. Yeah, I'm definitely not the best builder, and I have tried plenty of machines. I spent hours trying to build different contraptions to fly with. Especially the balloon one. I wanted to make the balloon controllable so I could go up high and just float around as long as possible. I put on a bunch of batteries. I should have recorded it, but I was so friggin' aggravated at the end when the batteries burnt out and everything smashed down that I just blew my mind and forgot about it. Right now we find one of these dispensers. You put the Zonai in, and the best thing to do is put 5 in and get 5 out, because you can use these items. Like, even the worst Zonai dispenser has a couple things that you're going to use or that you could use and need to help you have more fun and even beat the game, you know? But yeah, these are irreplaceable. The portable pot is the #1 spot. You should mark this on your map and always come back here to fill up with those, because that's a blessing. Like, if you can just make food and heal your health at any time in the game, it's 100% necessary. I love how they added Yunobo can go on the contraption that you're using, or driving, or flying. Like, that's freaking awesome to be able to kill your enemies while you're driving around. And I'll be honest, like, I don't use the driving ones as much as I'd like to, because I'm that guy that likes to go straight there, and I don't like to be driving something and get stuck and not continue in the straightest direction possible. And it's not that I don't search around for everything, because I do. When I'm on one of these machines, I get off and I run after everything, like you can see. But I just like the freedom of being able to go wherever I want. And even in the depths, like, that meant a lot to me to have to search around and search every single area. And as you can see, that was one of the things I started doing in the beginning of the game, was like just clearing the map. Any game I play, I always clear the map first. Like, I'm huge on Assassin's Creed, Final Fantasy, and like any open world games, I like to clear the map in all the areas that you can actually get into before I start playing, so obviously I know where I'm going, you know what I mean? I got a point of reference to figure out where I'm going in the next area, and it helps me remember things to find and help others play better as well, you know? But we're just trucking along here, and basically we're looking for the fire temple. So, as you can see, I have it on the map, and I did stray off quite a bit, but I like to search around, and I hadn't been in this area yet. As you see, when I flew down here, I lit up that light route for the first time. What's it called? Misty route or something? Anyways, I am looking around for items that you can get, because as you move on to the harder parts of the game, obviously the weapons are a little better. There's different armor for each area, and usually there's a piece or two in that area that's stronger than all the others, obviously. And when you find these, you want to use these as a point of reference to come back and get it again, you know? So I finally built the flying contraption. I wanted to get on with it, this mission, and I didn't want to drag it out for everyone. So I built this two-fan flying contraption that I always use. Comes with the battery on the back. If you save it when the battery's on there, you'll always have that, and it starts every time with the battery on it. I actually put a battery on every single one of my vehicles at one point, because I realized how valuable it was, especially at the beginning of the game when I had no battery. But yeah, that flying contraption didn't get me far. I ended up crashing and burning. And I'm just heading up here. There's a section that you have to go up in order to get to the temple from where we came down in the chasm. And you just keep going up and heading in the direction of the pin. Oh, this is another... Oh no, this is not what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those statues in the depths that has a ZELDA character holding a weapon, and those are so valuable.
Here I go!
I used to go down here just to grab the weapons and hook boulders to them, because where else can you go in the game where you can just pick up all these weapons, except caves? When you break the rocks, you can find a weapon in there, but usually you have to waste it to get to it. Either way, point being is, like, those statues with the weapons are irreplaceable. You need weapons to get by in this game. Even if they're worse, you can always fuse an item to it to make it better.
Here I go!
So, here, I believe that you go straight up for quite a bit. It just has small little platform levels that you keep on rising.
Here I go!
Defeat these enemies, and then the next one, and eventually it will flatten out again, and you come to an area that you have one or two paths to go towards the fire tunnel without stepping in the lava. And thank God for the firebreaker armor, honestly. This is another thing, the Zonai. To make your battery go up, you need it. You can sell it. You can use it to extend your battery. Like, the things that you use these items for and the stuff that game builders came up with was just amazing, man. There was so many options. It's unbelievable. They really put so much into this game, and it made it one of the best open world games, I'm gonna have to say, of all time. Series, even. There's 2 of them. And they completely transformed the map, which is 100% necessary to having a sequel. The map has to change. Obviously, you can't go in the same area, but they kept the baseline, the same names for these areas, and they came up with a good way to change it around to make it more interesting for us players. As you can see, now we can see the fire temple in the back. We know exactly where we're going. These guys have a rock armor on them. You have to destroy the armor before destroying their health. So there's plenty of ways to do it. I mean, Yunobo himself is one of the best way to kill these enemies. But you're going to need a weapon because, they attack you fast, and you don't want to be pinned down waiting for him to charge back up. You can see him healing myself because a couple hits and you end up dead. Doesn't take much. These enemies are getting stronger. In this quest, super strong, obviously, because there's 4 of them. But in this area, the enemies around the quest line are stronger. They're strong enemies. And when you start doing the side quests, you'll realize there's these enemies that can one-hit you, especially in the depths. Now, this was my first time here, so I'm searching around for everything. I mean, I didn't walk way out of the way, but anything in my path, left to right, I'm getting and collecting. I don't want to waste time. And I didn't cut these clips out, so I had to fill it with some conversation of sorts. Let me see here. Alright, there's a track here. I don't know exactly where that one goes. It may just get you across to the fire temple if you put a fan on the back and just glide right across, but we don't need it. We're headed there, and you have to break these red rocks in order to find the correct path. Like, it's 100% necessary unless you go around it with contraption or maybe even get on the mine tracks there. So you want to look for these red and gray rocks, use Yunobo to smash them, and you can't miss the path. There's only like 1 or 2 choices if you're headed directly towards the pin. One of the main things I loved about this area in the depths is the lava lights it up, so you don't have to keep wasting time everywhere to use your moon seeds. You can literally just walk around and have enough light to see. I mean, I'm bringing it up now because there is some areas that get darker than others. Alright, here we go. Are we building another four-wheeler to ride? Yes, we are. I do love how in the depths they have so many areas to build these contraptions, not wasting all your zonite. This one had some batteries, you can't beat that. You can drive forever, no matter how many battery packs you have.
What am I doing? Throwing a fan on there? Like I'm gonna go faster. I'm just gonna waste my battery. Let's take this bad boy for a spin. Oh, I think this is the spot that I decided to go up. And I can't even use the four-wheeler truck I just made. Let's see here. Got a mini boss? Yeah, epic fail. Wasted Zonai. Anyways, we'll take out this mini boss. Skip the boss. Right on over to the light group.
Here I go!
Now this is going to be the mid-sized light group in the depths. Obviously, it would be nice to clear out the depths eventually and start connecting all the pieces for each area of the depths. That way you can go down there and beat some of the harder bosses that there is. Save the spots on your map where they're at, and you fly down and beat the bosses and get the weapons and the items that you need to make
I can do it!
the boss weapons. The better fuse items you get and the better weapons you fuse them to is like the best way to defeat enemies with minimal amount of hits. The stronger the weapon is, the harder and faster it is. And it might be a little OP if you start getting all the best items and the best weapons, but it leaves more time to look around and get more items just whacking out these enemies, you know? Almost 17 minutes later and we're still not even at the fire temple. Yeah, I guess I really could have cut out a lot of this stuff. This weapon right here, the Clobber Crusher, that's a beast when it comes to the rocks. If you use it just to mine and destroy boulders, the thing lasts forever, especially if you get the durability up. Alright, we got the light route. We're right in front of the fire temple. Now we're gonna head over there. You do need to clear 2 or 3 of these red and gray boulders with Yunobo in order to walk on the main path straight to the fire temple. We'll take one little detour over to the left here and see if there's anything over here, and then we'll head on back, destroy the rocks, and head into the fire temple. Get on with the point of the video here. Yeah, so there wasn't anything over here. Now's the time to clear the direct path. Yunobo. There's a couple different sets of these rocks that you have to clear in order to walk to the fire temple. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the fire temple. Now this is by far one of the hardest temples I had to do. It can be confusing, and it's not that there's enemies that kill you either. It's just where to go. So I made the most simple walkthrough that I could, going directly to each of these sensors that you need to set off, these gongs, in order to unlock 5 different padlocks.
Huh?
Now don't forget to talk to Yunobo again, or you're going to have a real hard time in the fire temple because you need him. As you can see, I walked in there and started poking around, and I got to a spot that I couldn't do anything in front of that first sensor. So you speak to him first.
Ooh.
ZELDA!
Huh?
Oh my god!
Ah.
I feel you, bud. An hour and 20 minutes later and we're just making it to the temple.
Huh?
Alright, so we're gonna head on into the fire temple. Now there's 5 floors in this temple, and there's 5 gongs you have to hit in order to unlock the 5 padlocks. So you're looking for these 5 like symbols hanging up on the wall that you hit. They're gongs. You use Yunobo to hit them, and it's going to unlock 5 padlocks to open up that gate that we were just looking at. You'll see it in a second. There was a chest off to the right, and a lot of the chests in the temple have 10 arrows. It's obviously good. We always need arrows. You can never have enough of them.
Huh? Huh? Oh.
Little rock. The gate you must pass through is firmly locked with 5 padlocks. You have the power to unlock them all. Do so, then the gate should open.
Like I said, and here's the map. It's going to show the 5.
Heed my words.
Huh?
This sensor will be the last sensor you hit after you hit the 5 gongs. The one that's blinking on the map right now is the final gong that we're going to hit. That one right there. It's on the first floor, and it's behind a gate on the first floor. You have to get into that last one from the 5th floor. So I put a pin there. That's going to be the last one we go for. So we drop down in, we hit the last gong, and then we walk out and we go to that sensor. Hit the sensor, opens the gate, and there's a boss battle. So if you're following the video, this is the way to the first gong. You use the fire hydrant, make a bridge, so that you can get across into the next area. This will be our first minecart that we're using. This thing I hit right now, it just turns the track around, so sometimes there's a minecart facing the wrong way, and you can turn it around. You don't have to use your ultra hand to pick it up. But as you see, we're going straight. Now, if this isn't pointed in the correct direction, then you're going to go to the right and loop back around. You've seen I had to use Yunobo to hit that little sign with the arrow on it so that it can go straight to this back area. After I do my little dance right here, we're going over to the left. There's an entrance on our left, straight ahead. And we're going to go there, and we're going to head down the hill a little bit. And there's going to be the red and gray rock that you need to destroy. Now you need to launch Yunobo off that little ramp to the right. I didn't show it, but that's what I did. There's a little ramp right there. I launched it, he broke the rock. You can walk right up to it and launch him at it straight on, too, if you hit it right. Alright, this is the first gong. And we got 4 more to go. See that hitting it does absolutely nothing. You need to use Yunobo. Launch the gong. Bang. And we're off to the second one. Follow my path that I'm walking. Like to collect everything that I need on the way. Those hydrants are great to hook to the shield, so then you can just spray the water on the lava and make those platforms pop up. I use it later on in the temple, you'll see. But we're back up in this main area. Right? I'm grabbing a cart from the right, and I'm putting it on the track that I ran into. I must have died, so mine disappeared. Now I'm gonna hit that little sensor right there with an arrow. You know, the gate, and we're off. Make sure you don't go at the rocks, or else you'll fall off the track. And we're on to the second floor of the fire temple. Track ends right here. Get out. Now you see this is where we came from. You have to shoot an arrow at that center that I just showed. I'm turning the minecart around right here. And I don't know if it actually shows shooting it at that target sign, but you have to switch the track so that we go to the right. Yeah, it didn't show me doing it. But I did it, obviously. If I would have did it again, I would have went to the left. So now we're over here to the right. Kill these enemies real quick.
Here I go!
Get some amber.
I can do
it! I hit this to move the track. If you could go across, that's exactly where my cart stopped. I'm putting a cart on the same track that I just rode in here. The gate's up already because I also hit the sensor to raise the little gate on. But I go across real quick.
Here I go!
And grab the chest on the other side here. I didn't show you all the chests because honestly most of them were arrows or like a zonite shield or a zonite weapon, but nothing crazy. Actually, I don't even remember getting a zonite weapon. I think it was just zonite shield, arrows, a couple of rubies, and some other stones. So we're heading back over where we came and killed those enemies. I'm going to jump off here. And we're going to go to the right. This little bridge will cross to the right. You hit this one to lower the track. Track comes down. Now we can ride across into the next area to get to the next one. We jump in the cart. We're going to head across this rails into the next area. It doesn't show me getting out of the cart, but the cart stops here at this gate. And then I go to the left and climb up this wall, our far left. Because this is the area where the water comes out. You use Yunobo to bust open a rock and water starts pouring into the lava, making these blocks that you need to cross. And it's such a pain in the butt. I found it easier to fly over the lava by crawling up the side of the wall like I did. You can see right there, the water is making the stones and you have to land on each one and jump real quick to the next one, but it's a long jump and a complete pain in the ass. I just flew over it after 1 hour and 35 minutes of trying to pass that lava. Yes, boys. It was freaking awesome. We destroy this enemy right here. Collect what he's got to offer. Grab Yunobo. Fire his big ass at the gong.
Goron!
And 2 down. 3 to go.
3 to go! Let's hurry, Goron!
Now watch closely to get to the 3rd gong. So in that same room, we climb back up to that platform so that we can jump across the lava flow. That I could not pass like you're supposed to, jumping on the stones. We get back in the minecart. And we head back over to that area that we came from. Now I made these videos, so we're in the next area that we came from. I'm grabbing another cart. I'll probably die, who knows. And putting it on the opposite track. And now I'm hitting that sensor to raise the track up this time. We came from the other side there. But this time we hit the sensor on the way back.
Here I go!
Go up to the next floor. is 3F, the main floor, we'll call it. There's an enemy here you gotta kill. And we keep coming back to this level to get to each gong, because it's in the center of the map. Now, I hit that rail, and there is a spot that takes you to the 4th gong, but I'm going to show you the simplest way if you just follow the video here. Defeat this enemy real quick. Raiju's lightning power is awesome for the Zonite creatures. I always forget because I barely use her, but yeah. Now after grabbing these arrows, instead of building the minecart like it looks like I am, look where the fan lands on that corner. We're climbing up it. That is the quickest way to the next gong. Instead of using the minecarts on that main floor 3F in the middle of the map, you go to this far corner that I pointed at with the fan, and you climb all the way up. There's a section here where you can rest if you don't have much stamina, or you can even ascend up to the top after you stand on one of the little platforms there as you're climbing up the wall. In this area, there's a chest, and then we're going to go to the left of the chest. It's actually behind me now. And we're going to climb out the wall. So straight over to there, and keep going. Climb out on the wall, all the way around this side. We're going to drop down onto that little ledge right there. And we're going to continue around the wall. Jump over this spot, do not fall. Get back up on the wall. Climb around this next corner and into the next area. Now, once in this area, there's another enemy that you have to defeat. As you can see, Raiju's power is beast. I'm going to pick up my Zonite longsword that I dropped. Pick the weapon that I want to use. Looks like I got stuck on stupid there. And then we're going to turn around. And we're going to destroy the boulder. Not that one yet. But to our right here is the gong. And you have to launch him off to that first boulder. Destroy it. It's going to drop some water into the lava and make a platform. And you need to take that little platform and hook it to that big long platform that we just launched Yunobo off of. Right here I moved it because I was trying to launch it from that side to see if I could hit it, but then I figured it out. You have to build a ramp using this long piece of cement and the one that was just made in the water right there. Bring it over, you attach it to the long one as if you're building a jump. And then you're going to put the launch ramp, we'll flip it over, put it exactly where it was before. On top of that rock, so it's twice as high now. And then you
Here I go!
Yunobo directly into the gong. I missed right here. But after it goes off, I'll show you. There's 2 padlocks left.
Blake. Let's keep
I
it up,
do
Goro.
over so I can show you that it's possible. I launch Yunobo again just to show you that it is possible. keep my drifting controller straight. Alright, so there's one on the first floor. That's the last one we're going to go for. But there's another one over here on the 5th floor. Right now we're on the 4th floor, right where we hit that gong. You turn around, you're going to launch Yunobo across to destroy the boulder over there. And then we're going to run, jump, and fly to that next section. And this next clip shows us in the middle in that next section. Now that we're in this next section here, we're looking for the rail that goes straight across. I'll open the map here. And you see there's two of them. One is broken, the other one is full. The one on the left is complete. And we're going to build the minecart with 2 fans because it kind of goes up. I don't think you need 2 fans. You could probably use 1. I think I used 2 though. But either way, we're building the minecart with the fans. Wow, what is my problem? And we're gonna jump on in and head up there.
Goron!
Now in this next section, there's a shortcut to the next gong. Follow the video and you go to that little bridge right there that climbs up to the right. And then you jump on this wall to go straight up to the next gong. You can do this in 1 stamina wheel. It might look like it took me a lot more, but that's because I was running and then jumping. Now you're gonna climb up to this spot right here where you can stand. And then you can ascend up onto the top, or you can climb up like I did. And to our right is the next gong. Yunobo, where are you?
Goron!
Bada bing, bada boom. 1 more down, 1 to go. And it's that last one on the 1st floor
Only one
that we're
left.
going to.
Almost done, Goron.
I saved that one for the end because it's on the 1st floor. Now if you follow the map here, you can see where we have to get to. So I walked around, there's the hole in the bridge, you drop down to the next section, jump in this minecart, and take it right over to the next level.
Here I go!
Back where this other gong was. Now from here, we're flying straight across again, where we broke that boulder, but jumping and flying straight into this area. If you can't clear it, you climb up on this ledge and ascend up. Maybe I should take my own advice, huh? Now this is the area that you drop down to that last gong. And once we hit this gong, oh, there's the sensor right there too to open the gate. You can hit it before or after. But either way, you're gonna go out that gate back to the sensor that we first walked into the Fire Temple on. Hit the gong.
That's all the locks, Link. The door should open now. Let's go see, Goron.
And we're gonna head back out. Walk out here, follow the path to the right, and now we're in the bottom floor entrance that we came into the Fire Temple. You can now hit this sensor that will open up the gate that the 5 padlocks were on. And we're gonna get ready for a boss fight.
Huh?
Now once you go in here, you're gonna use Yunobo, launch him up so he runs up the ceiling and destroys the red rocks at the top. Fail. Let's try that again.
I can do it! Charge! Where's Zelda? That's really, really big! Oh no! Is Zelda inside the monster?
Marbled Gohma. So this is the boss fight for the fire temple. You have to destroy his legs. First I equip my strongest weapon, because after you destroy his legs, you're gonna have to jump up on the body and smash his eye to pieces. After you defeat 2 of his legs, he then drops down, you run over, shit out of this eye. And then it goes into the next phase, with that halfway down. Using your strongest weapon. As you can see, it only takes 1 time. He gets on the ceiling, and now he's going to drop these red boulders around us in a circle. You can use Yunobo to destroy them, you can jump over them like I am now, or you can crawl through the cracks, the holes between them. But either way, you get onto the other side, then you launch Yunobo up the ceiling again and break his legs. Once you break 2 legs, he then falls and you smash his eye. You want to have a couple strong weapons because they definitely break. Could have beat him right there with 1 more hit. But yeah, that's it. He continues the same moveset, dropping the boulders down on you, surround you. Jump over them, destroy them, crawl between them. Either way, get onto the other side. I already launched Yunobo, so it broke his leg and he fell. So now I just need to get through the boulders, heal myself real quick, get back up there, and whack it. And there we go.
Yunobo, Little Rock.
I've heard that voice. Are you the one who's been talking to us this whole time, Goro?
Yes, I am your ancestor from a time long past. I served the first king of Hyrule as a mighty warrior, and as a sage who, like you, could command fire. Impressive. You are my descendant, the pride of the Gorons. You defeated that monster, the source of those foul rocks, but it was the Demon King who summoned it. He sent that monster to keep you from obtaining the stone you just found. My
Secret stone? Demon King?
Huh. So this is the first you've heard of any of this. Then listen carefully to what I have to say. Let me tell you about the imprisoning war and the duty of our people. Many years ago, in the Kingdom of Hyrule's earliest days, a great evil, the Demon King, sought to conquer the kingdom and kill everyone who resisted his rule. I stood beside my fellow sages as the Sage of Fire, stronger than ever with my secret stone. We were no match for the Demon King. Even my strongest blows weren't enough to break him. Rauru understood that we couldn't overcome the Demon King. In one last brave act, our leader sacrificed himself to imprison.
That was the imprisoning war.
And then sometime later, the Sage of Time, one of the 6 sages, came. Her visit would set the Goron's duty in stone.
The magic restraining the Demon King will be undone. He will return. When that time comes, a noble swordsman named Link will oppose him. Need help. Lend him your power. Your fire. The Goron's mastery of fire.
In that moment, the duty of the Goron people was clear. I'd like nothing more than to smash the Demon King. I swear that when the Demon King returns, your fire will awaken again. The Goron Sage and the Goron people will fight alongside your swordsmen. And that's what you need to know about the imprisoning war and of our people's duty. Saved Goron City, but the Demon King is still out there. Yunobo, Little Rock, take up my secret stone and honor the pledge I made to the Sage of Time long ago. Fight alongside the swordsman.
So, it's my duty to help you fight? And he wants me to inherit this? Really? I don't know if I'm nearly as great as my ancestor was. But then, if I don't help out, I'd be letting everyone else down. There's no way I'll let that happen. I can do this! I am the Sage of Fire! I've got an awesome new power, Goro! out your fist. You can count on the Sage of Fire. I'll fight by your side till the very end. And take this. It's proof I stand with you. With that ring, you'll be able to call on my power anytime, Goro. I promise, I'll be strong enough to fight beside you, no matter what happens. Okay, let's head back.
And that's it, man. That is the Goron City Regional Phenomena Quest. There's a little cutscene at the end here, as you can see. No longer chopping that marble rock roast. Of course, it does suck. The whole town is going to be detoxing since there's no more marble rock roast for them. And after completing that quest, another quest line pops up, but I'll let you finish up watching the video. And the kids just pointed out the whole purpose, the main point, that maybe it wasn't Princess Zelda, and that it's somebody else.
Ooh.
Now we finally gain Yunobo's Sage of Fire power. And it's mission complete. Now that other quest I was talking about is right here.
Oh.
The Hidden Treasure at Lizard Lakes. Another treasure quest. Thanks for watching. Remember, comment, like, subscribe.